We are back with breaking news, and the February jobs report released just moments ago. It is strong, to say the least. It shows 678,000 jobs were added last month, 678,000, and the unemployment rate ticked down from 4% to 3.8%. Let's bring in CNBC's Dom Chu. Dom Chu, this is well over expectations. The unemployment rate down below 4%. If you add it all up now, 90%, 90 of the jobs lost over the last 2 years of the pandemic have returned.
And not just that, Willie, to your point about the strength of this report, you mentioned the headline numbers and the unemployment rate as well. If you look at the revisions over the last 2 months, meaning December and January, they also increased the number by 92,000 jobs on top of the previous estimates. So not only is the headline number much better than expected, but the previous months have been revised higher. I will take you through some of the other numbers that are important here for a lot of the viewers and listeners out there, especially those paying attention to the economy. A lot of attention being paid to wages. Average hourly earnings up about 5.1% over the same time last year. That was actually, yes, good, but not as high or hot as some economists were expecting. I would also say this. The labor force participation rate, the number of people who are part of the job force, actually ticked to a post-pandemic high of 62.3%. To give you some context, in February, before the pandemic started, it was closer to around 63.3, 63.4%. So we're inching back towards what you might characterize as a normal workplace, a normal workforce. When it comes to the overall sectors, everybody basically added jobs, but it continues to be leisure and hospitality that continues to lead the way higher. They gained 179,000 jobs. Professional and business services added 95,000. Healthcare and construction were also strong. And I guess I would put a point on it with this, folks. This is an unbelievably good jobs report, but the real issue is I'm not sure how many people are going to pay attention to it because there is such intense focus on what's happening across the Atlantic in Ukraine and Russia. And, of course, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell already told Congress that the expectation is the Fed will raise rates by 25 basis points in a couple weeks. So maybe a lot of this has already been told and foretold prior to this report even coming out, guys.
Well, and Dom, this report actually comes for a month where we were still, a lot of the larger cities, still moving out of Omicron. The fact that we've moved into a month where knock on wood, it appears that Omicron and a lot of the challenges, economic challenges of COVID are in the rearview mirror, at least for now. We can expect continued growth, which also, though, does add continued inflationary pressures, because this looks like an economy that's hot now, but if we keep going in this direction, could really heat up.
So, Joe, I mean, that's an excellent point that you bring up. And it really calls into question the theoretics around what's happening with the current situation with the American economy. If Ukraine was not invaded by Russia, what would things look like and what would the narrative be right now? We would probably be squarely focused much more so on the inflationary picture right now, because it was already very tough, very bad before oil prices and food prices surged because of the invasion. But if you had these numbers to back it up, there was a case to be made that policymakers in Washington, the Federal Reserve, could have looked to maybe tap the brakes a little bit more on the economy without fear of any kind of a recession taking place. The issue now is with a war across the Atlantic, with one that could slow things down, not just from a European perspective, from a global perspective as well, because of higher oil prices and food prices. What does that do to the narrative? And that's where policymakers like Fed Chair Jay Powell have a very, very tough tightrope to walk here, because they have to battle inflation, but they cannot do something that's going to shock the American economy or the world economy in a time where there is military action taking place between Russia and Ukraine, guys.
All right. CNBC's Dominic Chu, thank you so much. Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.